Hello, my friends. My name is Dr. Sviatoslav Khanenko. I'm biohacker. I have been tracking over 2,000 parameters of my health during last 4 years and get measurable results plus 15–20% of my health each year. And all these data are protocolized. In the same time, as a doctor, I help do the same using the same technology to other people and pay it all my time from early morning till late evening. In my lecture, I would like to share with you my experience, how I started to pay really more attention to my health as a resource compared to myself before and compared to average people, let's say. 2,000 parameters, to take them takes time and takes efforts. And I would like to share you a brief introduction because it was not like, oh, biohacking, let's track hundreds of thousands parameters. Before it happens, a lot of other things has to happen. So the main thing that make this my case real is that I was born in medical family and I never thought about any other option what I will do in my life except healthcare. But all of my life I wanted to manage quality of life, not to cure diseases. Even being child, I don't know why, it was some kind of insight. This is my history of my transformations. In this page, I was like first serious relationship. Maybe some men know when first experience of family life gets to getting extra weight. This after I became free again. This is just before my decision to launch the first biohacking clinic. Before that, I didn't know about biohacking in 2015. But I wanted to make clinic and to help other people to manage their health, because during my practice I realized that focus on diseases, management on the diseases, is the main limitation of system. We have to manage active, you see, and this is how things change after I launched clinic of health management. I started to check my procedures on myself. And only after I start to check thousands of parameters of my health to influence them, I heard about biohacking in 2017. And I saw, look, health management and biohacking is the same. And the most important thing in biohacking, what I believe, is that this is not medical specialization. When some other people develop some ideas and recommend it to others, you cannot do biohacking professionally or any others if you don't implement it into your own life. That's the main idea. And that's why biohacking spreads so naturally, so evolutionary, because it's based on the real values of leadership and responsibility towards our primary and the most important resource, health. But talking about health management, we have to understand what is health. And today, what I came to today, thanks to this combination of unique expertise, tracking of so many parameters of my own health for such long time, getting protocolized results, and helping other doing it each day, I got expertise. I think one of biggest experience, because I pay really much time to that. And today I would like to share it with you. So, in my opinion, I'm sure that to make next step in development of biohacking, very important to agree to reach plus minus same idea what it is. Because if we do biohacking to ourselves, first of all, we don't need the same vision. We are able to think everybody as they want about biohacking. But in my case, when I do help doing professionally biohacking to other people each day, I'm totally and just must to agree with these people what is biohacking. And that's why starting from 2018, I recommended determination in Biohacker Summit Tallinn, and each my lecture I pay attention to reach this same vision, same determination. By the way, I'm also author of the first article in Wikipedia, What is Biohacking? And Biohacking, the first article, is in Ukrainian language. There is still, doesn't exist, there is article in who is Biohacker, but there is no article in Wikipedia still in English, what is biohacking? Imagine, the events like this used to happen a lot, but we still don't have. But imagine if we would think the same about biohacking, how it would enforce this movement. So, what is biohacking? If you check Google, you will see tons of information. I took 4 good enough. Dave Asprey, father of biohacking, Teemu Arina, one of top European opinion leaders, Technopedia and BBC. They knowledge about science, about IT. But these are good examples. But if you will check English, German, Russian, Ukrainian, you will see how mess it is. Totally controversial information that allows some people to say that, guys, biohacking doesn't exist. Because look, here is biohacking about plants. Here is biohacking about implementation of devices under skin. Here is about some unresponsible experiments which can lead to death. You know, this one case, but everybody who heard biohacking, they always put this argument on the table that biohacking kills. In order to make biohacking as a culture, because it's very important to become a culture, because in the end, it's attitude towards yourself, leadership and responsibility for better living, for longer living. And we have to, if we all here are enthusiasts, it's our interest to create same vision, same idea what is biohacking. And I would recommend my version. So what is biohacking literally? Bio, something related to health and life. Hacking. We all think that hacking is some kind of unauthorized access to data. But if you will dig deeper, from the very beginning, hackers were programists who improved code to make it more functional. Let's maybe treat hacking like this. But we will need to hack something as well. It will be stereotypes, because old stereotypes are our worst enemies. So biohacking is a measurable health project management for higher performance in all areas of life. Measurable data. We agree, I think, everybody, that you cannot manage what you cannot measure. Health as a subject. We will talk more deeply what is health and how we also have to reconsider what is health. Project management. What means project management? You have data how it is now, you have aim, you have plan, and you have checkpoints. That is biohacking, in my opinion. But very important that we used to manage health to solve some problem, to remove suffering, not to die. But we start to create an attitude towards health that this is our primary resource to build our life in all areas. And biohackers, more than other people, they feel these connections, how all organs inside are interconnected, how organs and brain and mind and spirit connected, how all people are interconnected and alive, and environment, nature influence on us and we influence on it. Then, the central question always is why. Not what is biohacking, but why should we do that? One of stereotypes is that you cannot do biohacking if you have illnesses. But today, international classification of illnesses got so deeply into our life that even wrinkle is a disease, formal disease. So everybody has wrinkle, so everybody has disease. So we cannot do biohacking, guys. That's bad news. So if you have enough data about your health, if you have target, if you have plan, and you use synergy of different methods, you can even cure chronic diseases, not only improve symptoms. I personally cured a few chronic diseases, and we help do it to our clients every day. But you have to be ready that you will need to pay, crucially, more attention to your health. What is the main problem? That people don't pay enough attention for themselves. Then we say a lot about prevention. But what is the subject of prevention of disease? The fact of presence or the fact of absence of disease? If you start to get more measurable results, knowing the chain, how this disease forms, you can say that you still don't have this disease, but you are like 50% closer, or you are 20% closer, based on particular formal indicators. Then, optimal restoration. We spend a lot of energy all the day, and we have to remember that we have to restore this energy, because in the end of each day we have balance, or profit or loss. And all these profit and losses, when they plus each day, they lead to better or worse conditions of health. So we have to pay a lot of attention to restoration. Peak performance, better and longer living, of course. And I would like to share with you idea which I promote now, pay a lot of attention to that, is the idea of superhuman. There was a nice slide with Marvel characters, but I'm talking about not Spider-Man or Superman or Batman. I'm talking about the best improved version of yourself, which you can be every day. But for that, you need to know your condition now, your desirable conditions in the future, and to take actions and control results. So very important to know, talking about biohacking health management, what is health? So this is acting determination of health, that health is a condition of complete well-being, physical, mental, and social, and not merely absence of disease. But whoever saw complete well-being? There is no complete well-being, because there is always something wrong, and this is part of our human nature. That's normal. Whoever seen absence of disease? As we saw, everybody has disease. So what we recommend, that health is a measurable well-being of whole body, mind, spirit, social connections, and environment. You can split these categories into elementary particles, which cannot be treated in different ways. And you can measure in this way your well-being. Metaphorically, you can imagine your health as a jug. Here, if it's full 100%, it's like total well-being. But diseases, serious diseases such as hypertension, diabetes, they appear only here. And these diseases such as hypertension, diabetes, metabolic syndrome, they are forming years and even decades. And you can track how they form, and you can prevent them measurably. This is how biohacking in our clinic and how I do it schematically. First, you're digitalizing your health. You take 2,000 parameters. If they are normal, you can put it in one folder. If they are failed, you put it in another. And then you make chain and you put into presentation each particular mistaken health. Each claim, each bad lab test, ultrasound, only if you track 2000 parameters, you can be biohacker. If you start to track at least more and more, get more questions, get more answers, it means that you have enough your personal data. Then, if you put goals toward your health, it's not enough to have data just to say, okay, I don't have diseases, I will do the same. Independently, or you have very good results or you have bad results in your health, you have to put goals. You need to have action plan, synergy of all methods, because there is no magic pill. Even stem cells, even meditation, which I really appreciate and I practice and support, only all together can provide really systematic results. And you have to check the results. You have to understand what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and then to modify the plan and put new goals and move forward. A few words about 9 blocks of parameters which we track. Genetics. You can use analysis. There is no, for the moment, methods to change genome, but you can check your biological age, you can check your metabolic determinations and disease risk. Molecular health as aging, as metabolic syndrome, as, by the way, it's epidemic of 21st century. People die from complication of metabolic syndrome, which is not included, by the way, to international classification of diseases. Hypertension does, diabetes does, cancer does, but metabolic syndrome not. And mechanism of forming of metabolic syndrome, mechanism of aging are almost the same. So there, plus minus, gets to balance of free radicals and antioxidants. Then cellular inflammation, one of the basic level of aging and of metabolic syndrome. Very important oxygenation of glucose. Functional health, body structure, body form, power, muscle strength, and others. Internal organs. If you have independently which exactly you have claims, you need to have information about all organs, because all our body is like one organ. You cannot treat only separately cardiovascular system and only digestive system. And for example, here looking at an eye, you can check nervous system and vascular system. Checking ENT system, you can get a lot of information about gut, about immune system, and so on and so on. I have no time, so I will. Skin, very lot of information you can get about your health based on skin condition, even though lab test doesn't show anything, ultrasound doesn't show about liver, for example. You can have enough results about internal organs on skin. Of course, lifestyle, each day, everyday habits is the most important as condition of your health, as a method of improvement. I would like to pay separate attention to sleeping, which Greg said, that sleeping is not only nervous system restoration phase. During sleeping, detoxification turns on, and very important synthesis of molecules, proteins, lipids also turns on. So sleeping is very important. Then enough water, alcohol. If you want to improve your health only by one thing, total removal of alcohol from your life provides very good results. Physical activity, sleeping, meditation, water, and nutrition. By the way, we say a lot about intermittent fasting, longer fasting, and keto diet. But please remember, I'm finishing. Please remember, basis of good nutrition is Mediterranean diet. Even when you experiment, please keep this fundamental habit in your life. Mental health, you can use it and improve by neurofeedback check, by EEG, and even you can check by blood neuromediators, serotonin, oxytocin, noradrenaline, cortisol. And of course, your goals. You need to have goals in all areas of your life, real goals. Because your goals already exist an image of yourself in future. And then few stereotypes, the last slide, the few stereotypes, harmful stereotypes that we really need to hack. That health is not versus disease. You can have disease, but you become not 0% healthy because of that. You see, it's simple thing, but it changes attitude 100%. So health is well-being. We have to know the status of this resource and always improve it. Then health is only lab test, stereotype that is only lab test and pills. No, health is a complex well-being, and the lifestyle is the most powerful method. Health not to suffer is not only not to suffer, but to perform better in all areas of life. And health only about body. No, we said that it's all interconnected: mind, spirit, social connection, and environment. And the fifth is that biohacking is only for rich people. No, it doesn't mean that you have track only 2,000 parameters. If you start to track at least one parameter more each day and implement new methods of improvement, you are biohackers. Thank you. If you have some questions, please write in Telegram.